Happy Friday, everyone. I have some storage tips for you today. The first one is a pencil pouch. You can get these at any store that sells school supplies or office supplies, but I keep my larger crochet hooks in them. They're great for even a size S hook, but it's easy to see what's in there and to keep them all together so that they don't get lost. The next tip I have is storing yarn. There are several ways to store your yarn. This is just some leftover yarn I had. It's all the same type of yarn, but it's in a Ziploc food storage bag, and makes it easy to see what's inside instead of storing it in a plastic bag. What I used to do is just throw it in a Walmart sack, but this is much better because you can see it and keeps the yarn clean, and it also keeps it from rubbing against other yarns and making it fuzzy. Another plastic storage bag are these that pillowcases come in. They have a regular zipper, and I'll just caution you, you don't want to get your yarn stuck in that zipper. However, this is another way to store your yarn. You can see everything that's inside, and it's easy to put in the closet, put on a shelf, and stack it up for all the yarn that you have left over or new yarn. This is another sheet package. It has the zipper. This was a set of king-size sheets that I stored this yarn in, and again, it keeps it clean and it keeps it away from the other yarn to help keep that yarn nice for use. The next thing I'm going to talk about are these cake yarns, what's commonly known as cake yarns. And I just want to let you know, if you've never used this before, or even if you have, you may not have noticed that none of the yarn or none of the colors repeat. Some of the cake yarns they do, but for the most part, most of them do not have repeating colors. And so that's important to know, because if you bought some of that yarn thinking, oh, I'm going to make a pair of socks, well, your first sock is going to look great, and then the second sock is going to look completely different. It still might look good, but it's going to be a completely different color way. So just keep that in mind in using these types of skeins. Also, when they have non-repeating colors, keep in mind they probably have about the same yardage. In other words, if you have a skein of yarn that's about 300 yards and it has 3 different colors, more than likely those are going to have 100 yards per color. So that's something else to keep in mind. They're a great yarn to use for blankets and scarves, and they do all the work for you, so you don't have to change colors or have several ends to weave through later. So just keep that in mind when you pick those up. And if you've used this yarn for your projects, I'd love to see the pictures. Just send me a message or post it in the comments, along with your questions or suggestions for other videos. I'd love to see your storage ideas and any other tips that you may have that I can share with everyone else. I'll see you next time.